CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. So glad you're with us on this Friday. An armed suspect was shot and killed by police in Sudbury this morning. As CTV's Alan Everson tells us, the shooting is now being probed by the Special Investigations Unit.
There is a Greater Sudbury Police Supervisor SUV with what appears to be damage to the windshield in the intersection of Clinton Avenue and Queen Street. Little information has been released so far in the case, but here is what we do know. The incident happened just before 5:30 Friday morning. In a news release, Greater Sudbury Police say officers responded to a report of a break-and-enter in progress. Police arrived in the area and engaged an armed individual who died during the interaction. Because someone died during an interaction with police, the province's Special Investigations Unit, known as the SIU, was contacted and invoked its mandate. That means Greater Sudbury Police cannot talk to the media about what happened. Throughout the day, Greater Sudbury Police were still containing the scene. It appears there are items on the ground that are covered up to protect them from the weather. It's unclear which home was the site of the break-and-enter. Around 2:30 Friday afternoon, forensic officers with the SIU arrived on scene. In an email, the SIU confirms it is investigating a police-involved shooting in Sudbury, with more details to be released as they become available. Alan Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
And the SIU now says the person who was shot was wielding an axe and struck a police cruiser with it. There was an interaction and an officer discharged his gun. The victim was transported to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Well, shifting gears now, snow and blowing snow for parts of our broadcast region on this Friday. For more details, we go to CTV's Rick Wyman. How much snow are communities going to get, Rick?
Well, Tony, we've got the numbers coming up in the 5-day forecast as usual, but then again, we still have some squall warnings. Let's take a look and see what we've got on the agenda. North Bay, Perry Sound, Gore Bay, we avoided that earlier this afternoon in Greater Sudbury. But again, the squalls are sticking around, causing a lot of problems for some people, like, for instance, in North Bay, 5 to 10 centimeters for this evening. Systems map, courtesy of CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca. You can see the snow moving in. It'll leave by about midday for tomorrow. We'll have some details coming up. 5-day forecast and more, Tony, just minutes away. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. A mining company in Timmins is building an industrial road to help divert heavy truck traffic away from the downtown area. Officials say this will improve overall safety for residents and prolong the lifespan of municipal infrastructure. CTV's Lydia Chubak reports.
Construction is underway on a new industrial road that will run for about 7 kilometers from Highway 655 to Lakeshore Gold's Bell Creek Mine in Porcupine.
This is going to alleviate a lot of pressure from the downtown core. All our haulage will be coming up the north end of town to this haul road, and it's been a long time in the making.
The city clerk says the project's been in the works since 2013.
There was a lot of different property owners, there was different ministries involved, there was some private partners, there was private landowners. It was a real process trying to connect all the pieces that were required to make this bypass haul road a reality.
Villeneuve Construction is one of the property owners with around 2,000 acres.
You know, having a positive impact within the municipality and the Timmins residents and minimizing the traffic, and obviously accomplishing the road itself, because we're road builders, so you know, locating the right path and make sure the road is safe and well done. Very proud of that.
Upon completion sometime in the spring, Lakeshore Gold says anywhere from 80 to 100 trucks will be diverted from traveling through the city's core.
We'll have significant reductions in greenhouse gas emissions and energy overall, and obviously alleviating a lot of the stress on the core of the downtown and you know, hopefully making it a safer place for our residents.
Timmins MPP George Peary says this road will help prolong the province's financial contribution to the city's connecting link.
So it's imperative that we get those trucks off that piece of highway, and this is a big step, a big part of that. That's why we need a southern link as well, to bypass to get into the Discovery Mill or the Dome Mill.
Lakeshore Gold officials say the road is an investment in Timmins, as they plan to continue operating here for a long time. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
Mining industry leader Sandvik announced today an $85 million commitment to build a new manufacturing facility in Sudbury. The investment will lead to the creation of dozens of jobs and sustain hundreds more. Details from CTV's Amanda Hicks.
1, 2, 3. A groundbreaking ceremony capped off Sandvik's $85 million announcement, which includes a $4 million contribution through the province's Invest Ontario Fund.
We think it will retain, retract and attract new talents, and so we're really happy to invest in Sudbury. It's for us, it's the centre of the activity in mining, certainly in nickel, and as we know, there's a lot of new mines coming up in the Ontario province, so we're happy to be here for the long term.
Today's announcement is it's an historic announcement for our city. It's one of the largest private sector investments in the city of Greater Sudbury in decades, so we're super excited.
The 135,000 square foot manufacturing facility will be located on 115 acres in New Sudbury to replace its current location in Lively. Corcoran says the new space will double workshop capacity and modernize services, including electrification capabilities and BEV infrastructure. He adds the space will sustain 400 jobs and lead to the creation of 60 more.
There's going to be some jobs, and the right jobs. I'm talking about technical jobs, obviously administrative functions, but certainly a lot of expertise in technologies that we're going to be looking for in the coming 24 months.
Ontario's Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade says with the ongoing trade war with the United States, this announcement couldn't come at a better time.
We see what's going on south of the border. Any announcements that we get to make in Ontario, any announcements that we work towards making, we visited Sandvik in Sweden. We've been in Sweden twice in the last year pushing for this kind of an announcement. It's a really important signal that Ontario has what the world needs.
Some of the work on the new facility has already begun. Corcoran anticipates it will be complete and fully operational by the end of 2027. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
Time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5. Rick has your full weather forecast, plus 2 colleges in the Northeast are getting federal funding for oral health.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Weekend weather, here we go with some snowy weather, at least for this evening, and perhaps ending by about midday tomorrow. Let's take a look and see what's going on with our forecast radar right now. The system moving in, as you can see, into early Saturday. Now, flurries should tentatively end by about noon tomorrow. Then the chance of flurries again, and we'll have the chance of flurries again on Sunday. We'll get into some of the amounts that you could expect in your area a little bit later on. How about the forecast right now? 5-day forecast for Sudbury Nickel Belt. Some flurries tomorrow ending at about noon. -5 your high. Chance of flurries Sunday, Monday. Tuesday, snow. Periods of snow, no determined amounts just yet, and the chance of flurries come Wednesday. How about Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma? Flurries for tomorrow, 5 to 10 centimeters. Those flurries just don't stop. Good chance of flurries Sunday and Monday. Periods of snow on Tuesday, high of -4. Cloud cover on Wednesday with a high of -5. How about for my friends in Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing? Flurries tomorrow, 2 to 4 centimeters. Sunny skies, I like this, a break in the action. Sunshine Sunday, Monday, 14 -11 your highs. Chance of snow on Tuesday, can't tell you just how much yet. -7 your high, and -10 Wednesday. The cloud cover returns to the area. Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake. Flurries for tomorrow in the forecast. Chance of flurries on Sunday, -11. Sunshine Monday, -11. Periods of snow, here we go again, -6 on Tuesday. The periods of snow will be in active force. Can I use that expression? Will be active on Tuesday right across the Northeast. It's pretty well a copy and paste forecast, and some cloud cover Wednesday at -9. We like to call that active weather. North Bay, West Nipissing, flurries tomorrow, 2 to 4 centimeters. Been a crazy day in the Bay with all kinds of snow and forecast, which we talked about last night. It was 5 to 10 this morning and 5 to 10 this evening. Chance of flurries Sunday and Monday. Periods of snow again on Tuesday, and the chance of flurries on Wednesday. So again, some colder weather creeping in, -18, -22 overnight lows for the weekend in North Bay and West Nipissing. So Tony, an end to the flurries, at least by tomorrow. They'll come back, and then we have the periods of snow in just a couple of days. Can't tell you how much, but you know it's coming. Back to you.
How true. Thanks for that, Rick. Cambrian College unveiled its new dental simulation lab today. Sudbury MP Vivian Lapointe got to test out some of the school's new equipment while announcing more than $2.6 million in funding. The new money through the Oral Health Access Fund will allow Cambrian College to develop Northeastern Ontario's first-level 2 dental assisting program and increase enrollment capacity for its dental hygiene program. As for the new lab, it boasts 16 interactive dental working spaces, and we'll have more of this story at 6 o'clock. Representatives from the North were in Sudbury this week to discuss newcomer retention. They were attending a 3-day conference organized by the Northern Policy Institute. The Institute says over the past 5 years, more than 4,000 newcomers have moved to communities in the North. Today, a panel discussion by coordinators of the rural and francophone community immigration pilots, including representatives from Sudbury, North Bay, and Timmins.
There's thousands and thousands of businesses who are so focused on their business, that's all they're thinking about. So, and they do have challenges, and this is an avenue for them to be able to tackle the challenge of labor issues. So we have the ability to be able to educate the employers.
There had been a similar pilot called the Rural and Northern Immigration Program. This latest federal program includes more communities and a wider variety of roles available to newcomers. This is the National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women. 3 Northern Women's Centres partnered together to raise awareness on gender-based violence with a vigil and film to honor the lives lost. CTV's Madison Merrier has that story.
Lanterns drawn by women over the years led a path into the cinema where service workers, politicians, and community members learned more about the devastating stories of women who have been impacted by gender-based violence.
We're here to honor the National Day for Remembrance and Action on Ending Violence Against Women. It's to honor the 14 women who were murdered at L'École Polytechnique, as well as other women.
Gender-based violence affects everyone. It really does affect the whole community. You might not even know someone that is in your life is experiencing gender-based violence, intimate partner violence. So it helps to kind of put that awareness out there for everyone that you can be part of that change.
Organizers say that violence against women is becoming more and more of a threat.
Gender-based violence has been impacting our community for a long time, and it's been growing to the point that it was declared an epidemic.
OAIT has released their annual femicide report, and they're reporting that in Ontario, 43 women ranging in age from 20 to 83 have been murdered in the past year.
The organizations held a moment of silence at the vigil and showed a film to represent the hardships some women endure.
Any kind of education or any kind of moments where we can learn to see someone's different perspective can always just bring more empathy in the world. So that's what we're hoping with this film today and with this gathering.
I hope that we see a society that recognizes that this has devastating impact on mainly women, but on men too, on children, on families, on communities, that this has to be recognized for what it is, and it has to be stopped.
Centre Victoria pour Femmes, Sudbury Women's Centre, and the Young Women's Christian Association all partnered together on this day of remembrance in hopes of changing the future for women and to raise awareness on the epidemic. Madison Merrier, CTV News, Sudbury.
It's a game they love coming up on CTV News at 5. A hockey team in North Bay is getting some brand new gear. We'll tell you more right after this commercial break.
Hockey This Week is brought to you by Rastall Nut and Bolt Company.
It's a usual practice day at the rink for the North Bay North Stars. The players have been fitted with brand new hockey gear.
I got new gloves. I got new skates.
All of the players on the North Stars have either an intellectual or a developmental disability. The program, which has been around for nearly 2 decades and supports 3 teams, allows them to lace up, take to the ice, and play the game they love.
I've made this friend Caitlin, and she's so nice, and everybody on the North Stars is so nice.
Hockey can be expensive for many families due to the cost of gear and travel, and even more so for players with disabilities.
To be able to not have to worry about that when you have so many other things on your plate, I mean, you really can't put a price on it.
So when the North Stars heard of a unique partnership between Oreo and the National Hockey League's Players Association, where grassroots hockey programs would be selected to get new equipment, they eagerly shared their story.
A lot of these guys are massive hockey fans. You know, they follow the battalion, they follow any number of NHL teams, so they love hockey, and they should be able to play hockey.
When the NHLPA and Oreo heard about the North Stars program, they were overjoyed.
Their focus has always been on fun, on development. I mean, that really hits home for us because that's at the focus of that initiative between the NHLPA and Oreo.
17 players were fitted with $10,000 worth of new gear, including 2 goalies.
My elbow pads had straps, and the straps, no matter what you do with them, they'd scratch at your skin. It feels a lot better.
We can keep running this program year after year after year after year.
The North Stars are training hard for the Special Hockey International Tournament, which takes place in Toronto in March. The players say they're excited for that competition. And with new gear, it gives them strides to be the best they can be out on the ice.
And why I like hockey is because of the skating and the fun I have with other people.
For Hockey This Week, Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
And last night in the NOJHL, the Sault Michigan Eagles were in Sudbury to take on the Cubs. Sudbury took advantage of home ice, beating the Sault 6-1. Tonight, the Eagles will have home ice advantage as they host the Timmins Rock. The Powassan Voodoos are in Espanola to face off against the Paper Kings. Both games are 7:30 starts. The Iroquois Falls Storm blow into Hearst to meet the Lumberjacks tonight, while the French River Rapids host the Sault Thunderbirds in Noëlville. Both those games are 7 o'clock starts. Over in the OHL last night, the North Bay Battalion hosted the Sarnia Sting. The troops win a hard-fought battle, 2-1. Sarnia continues its Western road swing tonight in Sudbury against the Wolves at 7:05. Tonight, by the way, is CTV night. Visit our booth and make a donation to the telethon and get one of our limited edition tree ornaments. Meanwhile, in the Sault, the Greyhounds are hosting the Oshawa Generals, and tonight is the Teddy Bear Toss at GFL Memorial Gardens. The game starts at 7:07. The province is investing almost $4 million to restore 4,500 kilometers of snowmobile trails. This comes after the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs said it would be reducing the number of trails this season. This money will now allow the OFSC to fully restore the paths for the 25-26 season. Officials say this investment reflects the importance of the system to communities, the economic impact of the trails, and ensuring snowmobiling remains a cornerstone of winter. When it comes to permit sales, OFSC officials say while they were down over the last 3 years, they are up from last year. They also hope this investment gets everyone back to investing in the sport. The downtown Sudbury Art Crawl is making a return this year. It's tomorrow, and 32 locations and more than 50 artists. The Art Crawl runs from noon to 5 p.m. The event is free to attend. Many of the locations have also made specialty items for participants that are under $10.
We have at least 300 people that are kind of our standards downtown, the supporters, and we're so grateful for that. So I'm really hoping for it to be a huge event. And with the telethon happening later on that day, it's kind of a way to kind of spend the day downtown. Come have lunch, come have supper, and see some art while you're at it, and then go see some caroling at the end. So it's it should be a great afternoon.
And be sure to stop by Place des Arts to watch the CTV Lions Children's Christmas Telethon. Stepping up when we return, a Sault Ste. Marie company and residents help the local hospital foundation on Giving Tuesday. You're watching First at 5. Cold outside, and crews at Adneck Ski Hill in Sudbury are making snow in preparation of the ski season. Angela Brown of Minnow Lake took this picture yesterday. Thanks for sending this in to us. That is, let me see. That is from Sault Ste. Marie Henderson Metals' $25,000 contribution. The Sault Area Hospital Foundation was able to exceed its $50,000 goal on Giving Tuesday. In fact, the foundation raised more than $77,000. Well done. Okay, now that we got this sorted out, can we go to Jim Dufour of Sudbury? Oh, that's the Adneck Ski Hill. That one's beautiful. They're making snow there in preparation of the ski season, but we're going to get to Jim Dufour, we hope. We're almost out of time, though. There's Jim Dufour. He got a picture of his granddaughter walking her dog, Bella. Thanks so much for sending that in. And finally, we are just one day away from the 77th annual CTV Lions Children's Christmas Telethon. Organizers and performers were finalizing every detail yesterday at Place des Arts. Money raised at the telethon helps purchase toys for as many as 10,000 families in need. There's a lot of excitement heading into Saturday's show and a lot to look forward to.
We have all sorts of Christmas music and quite a variety of different acts. We have everything from choirs to dancers to solo acts, some young acts, some old acts. We've got everything across the board. It should be quite entertaining.
It brings a lot of joy and happiness to a lot of people in the televised community that CTV is covering. So you know what, I'm hoping that we'll have a great success with the fundraising this year.
And you can tune in Saturday, December 6th, starting at 2 p.m. on CTV in Sudbury and Sault Ste. Marie. For the rest of the region, you can watch on Crave or on our website, ctvnewsnorthernontario.ca. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.